Most enterprise companies spend between $50,000 and $100,000 a year on partner relationship management software. Channel partnership teams use this specialized software to organize and enable their partners, but most partner companies don't engage in the way that you'd like them to. Hi, I'm Tom from XRAY, the workflow company. I just got back from Partner Tech X, the premier channel partnership conference in the US. I spent 2 days talking to channel leaders, PRM vendors, and enterprise partner teams, including companies like HP, Google, and ChannelScaler. And the same pattern kept showing up in almost every conversation. The companies spending the most on partner tooling were getting the least out of it. The ones that kept it simple were moving faster. What I want to share with you today is why that's happening, what the best partner ops teams are doing differently, and how a tool that starts at $20 a month can replace six-figure software stacks across the channel world. The first problem I heard a lot about is the disconnection between the CRM and the PRM. This is where deal signals live, right? The CRM. But partner visibility lives in the PRM, or worse, a spreadsheet. The gap between them costs pipeline every single day. So when a deal hits a certain stage and a partner needs to bring in someone from the sales team to talk about licenses or something else, someone needs to remember to email that partner and update a record and log that attribution. And that chain breaks constantly. And that costs some serious time and money for everybody involved. Let's move on to everyone's favorite acronyms, MDFs and SPIFs. The more creative the program, the more manual tracking it actually requires, which isn't great for your channel partner team. The eligibility or deal stages or payouts that the partner relies on become convoluted and difficult, and most partners end up just not engaging. So those teams that need to access these MDFs and SPIFs need visibility and need to coordinate that attribution. So the more money you have in MDFs and SPIFs, the more time and effort it actually takes to deploy those dollars. If you had some simple automation, that could actually be a whole lot easier, and you can move up and to the left in this graph. For your channel partner team, that means spending less time and effort and more efficiently deploying your MDF and SPIF dollars. It allows your channel partner team to focus on growing more partners instead of coordinating the existing programs with your existing partners. The third problem I heard a lot about was that nobody is using their internal APIs. A real example from the conference, a Fortune 500 company we spoke with has roughly 25 internal APIs. They give their partners access to it, but their partners don't have technical teams to be able to leverage those APIs. So almost nobody uses them because it requires a development team to actually set up code to be able to access those internal APIs. So the default is email. People end up just using the common practical channels like sending an email to obtain information that could be extracted through that API. If their deals are attributed correctly, if there's MDF dollars that they might qualify for, things like this. And you have APIs to answer those questions, but your channel partners are non-technical. They don't know how to write code to be able to access the answers that you're giving them programmatically. So no code could be an answer here. And there's an application called Zapier that allows you to set up your APIs to be accessible for non-technical people. That's the whole tunnel through this mountain of email that will cut through the noise and enable your non-technical channel partners to access the APIs that you already have. Let's talk about the integration problem. Now, you already have a PRM. You have a chat application like Slack or Teams. You're already using email, of course, and you have some sales software in your CRM or something like Salesforce. You don't need these new categories of software. Switching out your PRM for one with a couple different features are really not going to make a huge difference in your overall workflow. What is going to make a huge difference is integrating the software that you already have. So actually connecting your PRM to your chat application for when a partner notifies you of something, you get a notification in your chat where you actually are every day, not just another email in that email mountain we just talked about. When a sale from a partner closes, you might want to send an email logging that there was a new milestone achieved for that partner and a new sale landed, but you might also want a chat notification, something where more of the team can celebrate the win that your partnerships team just had. And of course, the PRM should be connected to sales as well because you want those two systems in sync. This is the integration problem, and this is something that Zapier excels at. It's the connective tissue between the pieces of software that you already own and use every day. So why Zapier? First and foremost, it is enabling for non-technical teams. By using Zapier and enabling Zapier for your internal team and for external partners, you give them the superpower that a developer would have: the ability to programmatically access things using natural language and set up this infrastructure that they can help themselves with. That non-technical partner manager can build a workflow that alerts the team when a new deal closes, or connects siloed software without filling out a ticket with engineering. They can help themselves, and that kind of power is extremely helpful for channel partnership teams and their partners. Reason number 2 is maintenance. On your team, there are custom integrations that might break, APIs that will need to change, and developers that will unfortunately leave. But with Zapier, those workflows, those pipes that are connecting your workflow together, that's maintained by Zapier's team. That's not something that you personally need to maintain. And that maintenance overhead is huge, especially for a non-technical team. So consider this when you do set up a workflow. Know that it will be maintained and supported for as long as Zapier is around. And that's a pretty good deal. Reason number 3 is simply cost. Let's talk dollars and cents. Zapier starts at $20 a month. And if you're paying a couple $1,000s for your PRM per month, that's quite a bit, even before implementation, training, and customization that most PRMs require for your team. So for partnership teams that actually need notifications and are willing to help themselves through a self-service model, Zapier is the obvious pick. Whereas if you go with something maybe like ServiceNow or a more enterprise-oriented huge ERP system, you're going to be looking at $50,000 to $250,000 a year at minimum, plus procurement, all of the security reviews that needs to go through, and the consulting that is required to do that type of implementation for you. The real cost here is the amount of time it takes to start getting value from a system like this. Zapier, you could figure it out in an afternoon. The other guys might take a couple of months. If you're on a tech team, this is going to be your favorite point. You're not trading governance for simplicity. You still maintain visibility and control over everything that your team is using inside of Zapier. So you have full audit logging. You can see every workflow that ran and every piece of data that was processed through those workflows. But you also have governance control. You can say you can create things, you can read and you can update, but you know what you can't do is delete anything. You as a technical team can maintain that control and high-touch fidelity over what specific applications and abilities that people have inside of those applications. That's what Enterprise Zapier gives you, that level of high-touch control and centralization for technical teams to make sure that non-technical teams don't shoot themselves in the foot. This last point is a simple one. There's over 8,500 applications actually already integrated into Zapier. And that means that if you're using some niche product inside of your company, or a PRM or a CRM or a sales application that is unique that you guys love, Zapier, chances are, already integrates with it. So you don't need to build anything new. It's going to be no code right off the shelf. It is the world's most connected integration platform. So you can layer in different AI steps along with the applications that you already use. So if you're looking for connective tissue inside of your workflow, Zapier is the obvious choice. Let's ground this in a real example. When a deal stage changes in Salesforce, this is where Zapier orchestrates the remainder of the workflow. So there are notifications in Slack in the right channel to notify the right people. There's a partner management alert. The PRM actually gets updated. And the email about the co-sell motion is sent to the appropriate people. All of that is done in less than 30 seconds, and nobody needs to remember to do anything after that deal stage changes. Let's keep going. In the CRM, when a referred deal closes, we can check eligibility through advanced logic, validate the partner and the motion that they took to get those deal terms are valid. We can calculate incentives with the rate and the deal value, and update the finance team with maybe a draft payout so they know that this is coming. And there's, of course, notifications to the right people in the right channels, whether you're using Microsoft Teams or Slack or even email, it'll still work. And all of that can be reconciled automatically when that new deal closes. So instead of days of reconciliation and coordination across teams, you're able to do that all automatically. If you have a more sophisticated channel partner program, then you have internal APIs to give partners access to deal registration and reporting for how their deals in their ecosystem is actually working. Now, those APIs are private and internal to you. Chances are your technical team is very cagey about who has access to that data, and they should be. But you could build a private Zapier integration, which you can invite your partners to exclusively. So only your partner program participants are able to access that internal API through a no-code interface to extract the data that's relevant to them. Of course, you pass things like the partner ID and other validating information to appropriately make the API call. But the real key here is that it's a non-technical tool that 70% of the Fortune 1000 are already using. So chances are your partners already have a Zapier account. Giving them access to your internal API is a fantastic way of enabling your non-technical partner to bake in your internal APIs into their workflows so that it's easier for them to participate the way that you want them to inside of your partner program. Need help integrating your API or building custom workflows? We build the automated infrastructure underneath partner programs so your team can stop managing data and start driving revenue. If you want help designing partner ops workflows, book time with us at XRAY.tech. Partner ops doesn't have to be expensive or complicated. Most of what your team needs is notifications, syncs, and routing. Zapier does all of that at a fraction of the cost without requiring your partners to learn new software or your team to maintain custom code. Stop overbuilding, start connecting. If this video helped you out, like and subscribe to the channel for more AI and automation updates every week. You can also find me and my company XRAY by searching for XRAY Automation on nearly every social media platform. For now, I've got to go. So until next time, find your focus and stay in flow.